Welcome to Kung Fu Habit number 2. We're waiting for my Instagram to kick in. As you guys know, I do Friday night lives. I am not where I'm supposed to be, but I am doing this, so it will not be a long live. And anything that you miss on live, you can find on Kung Fu Habit number 2. For these rings to work, I thought somebody would be here to help me wrap them, because I want to put 2 hand grips and leave the rest black. Because I bought this yellow 550 cord, which is good. So I'm basically going to do slow motion ring techniques. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate for it, but it's okay. Depending on who teaches you what, everybody's technique is going to be different. My Instagram was glitching, so we know for sure this is going to be a short live for sure now because my Instagram is glitching. So first and foremost, before I do anything, please do not attempt. I don't think I bought my gloves for grip, so I got to be real careful because I'm not outside. I'm also not at my house. Make sure you have water. This particular brand is Aquafina. They should give me a job, and so should she. Anyway, moving on. So I'm going to get over here in this corner here at this door and do some things with rings. I'm mostly going to be giving you Kung Fu-based movements. Now, a lot of things you will see will work more in a movie versus work more in real life, and you need to understand how fights actually work before we begin. Fights work with altercation starting in a verbal altercation, becoming a physical altercation, and your skills level is going to be the most important thing in your experience versus your size of your body and your strength. Strength don't always win fights. Size doesn't always win fights. Fighting experience and your skill level will be the most important thing you will ever need in a fight. Anybody tells you otherwise, they probably haven't really been in many street fights. And they might have been in dojos and may have accumulated good reputation, bad reputation, whatever. But my main policy is so that you guys understand, and I don't want to sound like a hypocrite, I don't take anything into a fight other than my hands and my feet. Yeah, I train with weapons. Now, my other thing about that is a weapon is an advantage that can be taken from you at any given moment. Why would you want to give the person an advantage in a fight against you? I understand that shit. This thing can be taken from me and then somebody can beat my ass with it. Why did it happen? I wasn't prepared. I didn't believe that it could happen. Things like that will get you fucked up. If you don't believe that you can be beaten, that's going to be the day that you will get beaten. Oh, nobody can beat me. Nobody can beat me. I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet. Yes, you may be, until you're not. That's my policy on that. Anybody can be beaten any given day as long as they are prepared. Now, whether that is a royal ass whooping or a small beat down, that depends on you. It also depends on how many times you get back up. All right, if you're like me, motherfuckers gonna have to kill me to stop me. Even if you beat my ass, until my body shuts down, you're gonna have to kill me to stop me. Anybody who's ever wrestled with me or sparred with me, even though they've won those sparring matches, they know I don't stop. I'll hound you for 3 more fucking days for another ass whooping. Because that's how much I love doing this shit. And you don't learn from winning as much as you learn from losing. And when I say that, you're learning more about yourself versus learning about the person that kicked your ass. Alright? If you're learning from yourself and how bad that beating was you took, you're going to learn that 1, you ain't going to let that shit happen again. And 2, you're going to watch your left. Because 9 times out of 10, you didn't watch your left. And most of the world is right-handed. And you didn't watch your left. And I say that a lot because most of the world is right-handed, which means they're also right-legged. So you have to understand how fights work. We arguing at people, that's a disagreement. When we start swinging, that's a fight. Understand, if I got a glass chin, I'm going to get sunk in. If I got a steel chin, I'm in for the win. It's really that simple. If you haven't really been in a lot of fights, you don't know how tough you are until you get hit. And a lot of people don't teach you that shit when you go into a dojo. It's crane position, chop, chop, kick, that kind of shit. Block, block. Might look better if I didn't have these. So, crane position, chop, chop, kick, block, block, block. You know, that kind of shit. But here's that thing. And this is where the smoke comes in. This is where people are going to give me shit either on Instagram or on YouTube. And then my rebuttal for that is, how many fist fights you been in? How many people have you went out and actually got into a fight with and can walk away from that shit and not be fucked up? Because I have. I've been fighting since I was 6 years old. It wasn't a choice. It was fighting by course or fighting by force. Believe me, that was not the course that I wanted. I took martial arts so that I wouldn't be getting my ass beat. Alright? Never took it for a belt. Never took it to be a don and all that shit. Because at the end of the day, that shit only works in the dojo. No one outside this door gives a fuck if I got a black belt unless I beat the shit out of somebody. And the first thing they say, oh, you must know martial arts. I don't know martial arts. I am the martial arts. Understand my way of thinking. Because I had to have that beat into me to make sure that I understood the difference between what a sparring match is, which is a learning lesson, and what a fight is, which means you're going to fight for survival. I view them almost the same. I spar, but I don't spar hard. I fight hard because I know my life is on the line. And a lot of people don't teach you the difference, and how you train is how you fight is a thing. But you have to learn when to soften up that training and harden up that fight. Alright? We get a lot of shit because I worded that wrong, but anyway, it doesn't really give a shit. The point being made is, a weapon is an advantage that can be taken from you at any time. I train with weapons, but I'll never carry a weapon into a fight. And everybody will be like, well, what's the point of training with the weapons? I've said this in many of my martial art videos, and I'll say it again. It is very good to be very well-rounded in a fight. Knowing more than one martial art will save your ass. Now, granted, a lot of people are going to tell you, I know this and I know that. But what people don't tell you is, basics is what you're fighting with. You can have all the fancy moves you want, but I promise you, you basically are going to be using basic moves because it's really only going to be the chance you get to use. You're not going to be jumping, spinning, kicking. You're not going to be tornado kicking. If you do that against somebody who has no fighting experience, good for you. And you'll probably beat their ass. If you do that against somebody who has fighting experience, someone who knows their way around the fight, someone who's been in a few fights, you're not going to pull that shit easily. It's the same thing when I teach people. I'm a small guy. I'm 5'3.5". I hope that you guys can see my whole body in here. I got a tiny bit of a gut. It's probably sticking out more than anything else. But underestimating your opponent just by how they look is your number one fail right there. The second you look at somebody and say, oh, he's 5 foot nothing, he's 100 nothing, I can beat his ass. That 5 foot nothing, 100 pound nothing will be that guy that mops the floor with you every fucking time. Don't judge looks, because it will only get you fucked up. Alright? Now that we got the talking portion of this out of the way, let me talk about these rings. These are not real Wing Chun rings. These are rings that I bought from a craft store and made them into my training rings. Why? Because I couldn't afford the real shit because I'm poor. However, I can still do the same shit with these training rings that I can do with the real rings. I can still fight with these training rings. I can still fight with training weapons, period. Because a weapon in the hand of an actual martial artist is still a weapon. Alright? And back to what I said 5 minutes ago. A weapon is an advantage that can be taken from you at any time. It is best that you go into a fight with your hands and your feet and the skills that God gave you and that you have acquired versus going in there, yeah, I got these bitches. Yeah. See what I'm doing here? Nothing. See how it rolls around? You're never going to get the chance to do that in a fight. You might get to block, strike, block, strike. You know, you might be able to pull that shit off. But if you find somebody who studied Wing Chun and they know how to disarm you from these rings and use them against you, you have given them their weapon. It could have came like this. No weapons. You pull out your weapons and they start smiling like, yeah, you bought Wing Chun rings. Fantastic. Let's see you use them. And you fuck up. You know, you throw a jab. They grab this ring. They block it. It's coming at them from the side, so you can see it's coming. They block. They grab. Now you both have your hands on it. Your hands here, their hands there. You're in a tug of war. Boom! Because you're thinking, I'm going to keep pulling this bitch. They're thinking, boom! Now I got this bitch, because I just need you all up in your guts. You gotta let go. Trust me, pain has a way of making your body do shit that you didn't think it would do. So it's the same thing. If I knee you in the fucking testicles, you're bending over. As a man, at least 4 or 5 times in your lifetime, somebody is going to hit you in your nether regions. And your body is going to react naturally. Unless you are wearing protection down here, you're coming on over. And on that strike, boom! When you come over, I can lock this around your neck. Bam, 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 bam. I can just keep going. Why? You bought these here. You bought these here thinking that you were going to whip my ass with them. Not knowing that I've been training with these bitches for years. Now, if you just brand new with these bitches and you like doing this fancy shit, watch this, Mom. I can bring them together. Ugh. Right there. I just fucked your shit up because I hit myself and I lost grip. But when you bring these bitches to a fight, these bitches need to be in this position. Block, strike, block, strike. Understand that from the side? Block, strike, block, strike. Now, depending on which way you want to go, and like I said with this at the beginning, most of you got to do kung fu. All right? So if I'm in a Wing Chun stance, which is a southpaw boxing stance for those who don't catch this, boom. You see it? Boom. My attack pattern would mostly be going for the gut. Then I can wrap around, pull them to me. If I wanted to change that to karate, boom, boom, boom. Because the power leg would be the leg that I'm torquing into the opponent. I got this. I hit him in the gut, wrapped it around his neck. Bam! I drove this into his face. 9 times out of 10, it should be ending the fight. 9 times out of 10. There's exceptions to rules. Dude got a glass jaw, he going to sleep. Dude's got a steel jaw, it's out. I just pissed him off. I better know how to use these motherfuckers, and I better know how to use them well. Because if I don't, he's going to make my jaw swell. He's going to put me to sleep. Hell, he might put me into a coma. You have to understand, bringing a weapon to a fight can be an advantage for the other guy. Why do other people don't teach you this when you watch these videos? They probably haven't been there. I never forget the time that I learned this. I didn't learn it because I was the dummy that brought the weapon to the fight. I was the person who took the weapon from the person who brought it to a fight. You know, here's the thing. Weapons don't always guarantee you a victory. Skills do. 9 times out of 10, when you are a child, you watch too much TV, you believe the shit you see on TV, and that shit can either work for you or work against you. Trust me, learning how to fly works against you. I was 5. I found out real good that I am not the greatest American hero just because I have curly hair. I also didn't know that I wasn't white. Okay? So, got that out the way. Shout out to William Katz. Now, the bottom line is, you can learn these weapon skills. Yo. Boom, 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 boom. You can do this shit all day long. You're not going to walk around the streets with these things. You're not going to carry them everywhere you go. Now, if you're doing a martial art demonstration and you happen to be at a tournament or some shit like that, yeah, they're in your backpack. They are going to go through customs or whatever, because customs are going to know, yeah, we're in a tournament, we brought our weapons across, we got to let you inspect them and all that bullshit. Okay, cool, no problem. But your everyday life, you are not living in prehistoric China, Japan, or Korea, where they carried these bitches around because it was their lifeblood. America, you didn't have that shit. They had bow and arrows, and then they had guns. So, you know, you got to go culturally. These, if they were the real ones, would be Chinese weapons. And they're not even really weapons, more like a training tool. You know, because most people, when they had the rings, they had them all up their arms. These was just to work on your dragon punches or your rapid punches. That's what these were for. They were not basically used as weapons unless it was the only thing available at the time. If I'm in my dojo and I'm training and all my weapons are being dispersed to other students. then some asshole wants to come along and say, hey, I want your best student. Some idiot points at me like I'm the guy that's supposed to be the best student. I'm the pond. They don't go for the sensei. They want the top black belt. So there's some idiot says, yo, it's him, it's Echo. Let's go get Echo. And I got to come in there and Bruce Leroy the fucking place. And they're like, well, you know, you're supposed to be the best. Not the best. We've been watching you put that work in. Now we're going to test your shit. So these are the only things I got available. He comes at me. 2 types of fight we can have. We got a sparring match, or we got a real McCoy. If it's a rival school, it's more than likely going to be a sparring match to see where we stand. If it's a real fight, I'm not going to have the chance to grab these motherfuckers. Because he might come right at me. If I might not be expecting it, as they always say, expect the unexpected, he might come at me with a flying dragon kick, kick me before I can grab my weapons. Now we got a problem. The first problem is, can I get the fuck up? Okay? Y'all didn't see that coming, right? I'm going for this. He kicks me in the chest. I fall down. That could be it right there. Could have collapsed my chest. Could have ended my life right there. So the first part of that problem is, can I get the fuck back up? So let's say I get the fuck back up. Now, can I get to my weapon, or do I become the weapon? Well, he's right here. Weapons are right here. I'm on the ground. I kick up. I stand ready. My weapons are behind him. Let's say I ain't never fought with nothing but weapons. Now I got a problem. Because I believe that the weapons are the power that I own. No. Your best weapon is these bitches right here. These bitches, hands, elbows, forearms, knees, feet. Those are your best weapons. Granted, those are an extension of your shit. However, a weapon is no good if you can't get to it. I'm not trying to piss other martial artists off. I'm just telling you the goddamn truth. If we right here, and I'm trying to reach, boom, 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 you're blocking. I'm over here trying to reach my weapon because I know I can't beat you without the motherfuckers. I've become reliant on my weapons. I'm gonna take you back to something real quick, and I want y'all to think about this shit. How many times did you see the Ninja Turtles fight without their weapons? You rarely see the Ninja Turtles fight without their weapons. They're known specifically by their weapons and their color bandanas. Now, maybe things have elevated since the 2000s. Maybe they fight better now without their weapons, but from the moment they came out and the moment they came on TV, you ain't never seen Michelangelo and them fight without them nunchucks, those sides, that bow staff, and that goddamn katana. Now, they never cut the shit out of anybody outside of the robots for the cartoon from my generation. But as it got more and more progressive, when it went from Saturday mornings to weekdays on Fox, they still used their weapons. Even when Nickelodeon made the best one ever and made Splinter a human and made Karai his daughter, they still mostly used their weapons. Now, I don't know if you guys remember the first 2 movies. In the first movie, they used their weapons. In the second movie, they used inanimated objects. Donatello became a moving clown. Michelangelo beat people with cold cuts. Raphael did all kinds of other shit. And Leo barely touched his sword. Until they had to fight Shredder and those 2 monsters in the goddamn arena. And dancing hall or whatever. So I understand this. As a martial artist, your skill set with your hands, forearms, elbows, that's an ingrown hair. Yep, that's some bitch right on that. Okay, I'll get it later. Nope, got it. Knees, feet, shins. Your body is the ultimate weapon as a martial artist. Your weapons itself are an extension of your shit. So yeah, I can't beat you with these damn things. I best not take them with me to a fight. So I got 2. I'm in the Wing Chun style. Let's say you throw a left jab, because most people are taught left, left, right. I'm standing, this is my right, so left jab, smack, smack. I understand how Kung Fu works, how karate works, smack, counter, all right? The problem with countering with karate is that karate can be countered with more karate, all right? Now, I know you're all thinking, why are you basing on karate? Why are you basing on karate? You know, I base on every martial art. I especially based on BJJ because I suck at it. But here's the thing. You're a boxer. You're taught left, 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 right. Because most people in the world are right-handed. So it's left, left, power hit, left, left, power hit, left, left, power hit, just in case. You know, you're taught that shit. You're also taught you're not gonna just stand there. You're gonna be moving from side to side. Boom, 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 boom. You know what you've been taught if you're a boxer, right? You know what you've been taught if you're a martial artist. I don't know what's going on with my phone. Okay, it's 4 o'clock. I gotta hurry this along because I need to get the hell out of here. All right, so finishing it off, I'm standing in a southpaw position. So if I'm a left-handed boxer, it's always right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left. All right? Wing chop, same thing. So you're a boxer, you're standing in a standing position where your left foot is forward and your right, so your left jab is coming at my right. I'm doing Wing Chun, I have the ring. I'm not going to do this, and your hand's going to get caught in there so I can do this. That's bullshit. That's not going to happen. What is going to happen is when you throw that left, boom, boom, I'm going to strike. I'm going to smack it away, and I'm going to counter you. I'm either going to hit you in the gut, I'm going to hit you in the throat, or I'm going to hit you in the face. Boom, boom. I'm not giving a shit where I hit you because I'm preventing you from fucking my shit up. Boom, boom, boom. See how I can keep the distance? Now if I want to do karate, I'm going to block and I'm going to counter. I got time for that shit. I'm too old and I'm too slow. So I'm just going to go with Wing Chun. Boom, boom. I'm just going to strike and strike. Or I'm going to go with Kempo. Boom, boom. Same goddamn thing. Only with Kempo, I have more direction. And I'm going to hit you in places that are going to hurt you more. Now I'm going to end the live. I'm going to go fold my stuff up. And then I'm going to go home. So this is my Friday night live. I'm sorry this is happening early. I got some other shit to do and weather is fucking up. So first let me thank everybody who's been here. I hope that I taught you something. I will probably do more martial arts on Kung Fu Havoc 2 later, but I'm not going to swear to it. And there will be another Mass Effect video being posted at some point in time. Plus I have other videos that you might want to check out. That being said, I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2 and Instagram. Be seeing ya.